If a big, ugly lizard came out of the sky right now, I'd put an arrow through his eye.
Don't worry about the discoloration, friend. My disease is not contagious. I guard this sanctum with my life. Treat it with the respect it deserves, my friend. That I am. Some may call it a curse, but I see it as a blessing in disguise. Many moons ago, when I arrived here after the eruption of Red Mountain, I studied the art of necromancy in a dank cave just west of Windhelm. It was Alara who found me and taught me the error of my ways, taught me how the gods frown upon those who toy with the conditions of life and death. Whilst I have renounced my ways, Meridia punished me for my wrongdoing. I believe she was right to do so. I hope I'll be forgiven in death, and not spend eternity in a deplorable plane of oblivion, or even worse, the soul can. For now, I guard this sanctum with my life, as both an apology to Meridia and a thank you to Priestess Alara for saving me. Oh, they're purely visual. I think it's Meridia's attempt at irony. I raised the dead, so she made me look undead myself. I'm sure one day I'll come to enjoy her sense of humor. Farewell.
No, Miss. I know that Our Lady has many things on which to focus. But how can the others follow so blindly when Meridia hasn't spoken to us in months?
I'm a glorified cleaner. You probably want to be speaking with one of the paladins.
Sorry. I'm letting my frustrations get the better of me. Remember, Una, Alara teaches us patience, kindness, and to follow Meridia's benevolence.
Keep yourself safe. Welcome to Meridia's Sanctum. I am Alkalite Karis. If I can serve in any way, please let me know.
Welcome to Meridia's Sanctum, child. I am Veltel, initiate of Meridia's order, at your service.
You are welcome here, so as long as you adhere to the benevolence of Meridia and respect the High Priestess.
Champion of Meridia, I have something to ask of you. This is Meridia's Sanctum, and we are Meridia's Order. Here, we freely worship and operate as Meridia's instruments, bringing her cleansing light to this place. Meridia has commanded us to root out all undead evils across Skyrim and protect its people from their dangers. We have not heard from Our Lady in some time now, but we continue to act in her honor. Being her champion, I would expect you to know, but I'll remind you of her. Meridia is the Daedric Prince of Life and Lady of Life Energies. She rewards those who purge this realm of the wakened dead and punishes those who trace them. Our Lady is the enemy of Moloch Baal, the Daedric Prince who seeks to enslave mortals, and has demonstrated her power over him. Because of this, she is recognized as the only Daedra not considered to be evil, and we are proud to serve her. Champion, may I first of all say it is an honor to make your acquaintance. I am Alara, High Priestess of Meridia's Order, and her sanctum here in Skyrim. We require the assistance of Our Lady's champion, but, if I may, it would be an honor to witness why Our Lady chose you. A small taste of trust, if you will. Forgive me, champion, and do not mistake my caution for arrogance or lack of faith. It wouldn't be the first time that Our Lady has sent us a deception in order to test our diligence. We've received word that a necromancer has taken up residence in Solitude. Usually, I dispatch one of our paladins under the protection of Meridia to purge the evil from the city, but these are uncertain times. To be truthful, Our Lady has not spoken to us in, well, a long time. I can't risk one of my people, and I hear you have a reputation for this work. This necromancer has been practicing their vile arts in the Hall of the Dead, defiling corpses and violating the sanctity of death. Exterminate them with the full spite of Meridia's power, then return to me. I'm sending Paladin Marith with you. She will observe you. Not that I won't trust your word, but it's better to be sure. When you're finished in Solitude, we can talk more.
I don't much like taking orders from an elf, but Larison's honesty and passion makes him a worthy arch-paladin.
Happy to help if I can. I will find you. Oh, I heard something.
Their cover is blown.
Meridia, forgive you!
Let's see how you survive this.
Let us search them and move on.
you've got the axe. And my dog. Splendid. Excellent work. A hero and his faithful companion retrieving the ancient artifact for the prince. It's almost storybook. Ah, but it almost seems a shame to give a weapon like that away, doesn't it? I suppose I could be persuaded to let you keep it. But only if you use the axe to kill Barbas. Simple as that. Huh. You're no fun at all. Guess I'll have to make my own fun elsewhere. And with the pup back, I'll be restored to my full power. There's a whole world just waiting for me! Yeah, dog gets master, master gets cosmic axe. Everyone's happy. Just get over here, mutt. That feels so much better. You forget how nice supreme power feels until you've been stuck in a cave for a few years. It's a shame you wished for something so dull as me taking back the mutt. Quite the lack of imagination on your part. A lack of ambition like that really ought to be punished. Perhaps by turning you into a worm, or maybe a few decades, Oh, fine. Have my boon and be done with it. Got more interesting deals to make anyway.
You know, you're more of a talker than I thought you'd be. Well, looks can be deceiving. I'll be honest. When I think of Meridia and the other Daedric lords, they don't even come close to being similar. Not all Daedra are evil, and Meridia is certainly not. But truthfully, I'm just happy that I found a group of people who hold my ideals. Alara has done a lot for me. Cared for me in my darkest moments. And the Order certainly shares my hatred for the undead. I'm never going to be the most spiritual follower. But I do this with my chosen family at my back. And there's nowhere else I'd rather be. Oh, I must have let that one slip out. I'll tell you if you promise not to tell Alara that I brought it up. She can be difficult when you go against her word. Not too long ago, Larison and I intercepted a group of the malevolent necromancers. They were masquerading as farmers in Rorikstead. They spotted us, and I knew that they would recognize us. We wouldn't have another chance to wipe them out. So, we did what we had to. Of course, this meant that we didn't have time to explain the situation to the guards. They swing first and ask questions later. To cut a long story short, Alara had to spend a fortnight making it up to the Jarl, providing her services as a healer to the hold. She generally enjoys her work as a healer, but I don't think she enjoyed that. Well, I'd wager you know Meridia better than most. We follow her command and decree, destroying all she considers to be unnatural. Being the Daedric Prince of Life, many of us also dedicate ourselves to the healing and health of others. The Sanctum is a place of worship, divinity, sanctuary, and protection. I hope that sums it up well enough. Alara is better at giving that speech than I am.
What is on your mind? Mr. Dragonfly thinks that we would be lost without him. He is getting cocky in his old age.
Fushmada! Nope, I can't shout. Worth a try. I've got your back.
highly overrated.
Glad that's all over.
Okay, time to move.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
You know, you're more of a
Excuse
talker
me, my
than I
friend.
thought you'd be. Oh, so you want a little scuffle then?
You want something or not?
Join the Legion, speak to Rika. If not, just keep your nose clean while you're here. You'll end up like a rope.
They can't hurt Uncle Rogvir. Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions.
Svar, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
You betrayed us.
Lock the city gate.
You should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his High King. Best she know now.
Get on with it! Rogvir, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Thorin. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
There was no murder. Ulfric challenged Thorin. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords.
Back away from me, cur. Back away from me, cur. Back away from
Come
me,
at me.
cur.
Shit. Who wants to die?
I seem to burn.
That's that. I'm sure
It hurts you.
Wow, that was intense.
Watch out!
Let's head down.
It's fine. It's only my feet you're stepping on.
Need something?
You there. A master of death does not simply die, but you will. Rise, my minions. Rise and serve me in death.
I knew I heard something!
That didn't work. Okay, time to move.
This place smells troublesome. It may be a good idea to ready our weapons.
Do you bring news, champion? It pleases me to hear this, champion. Marith?
It's true. The necromancer is as dead as the creatures they raise.
Excellent. I'm glad to know I can count on you, champion. I suppose it's time I tell you why I need your help. We're traveling, champion. Gather what you need and speak with me when you're ready.
I know the others might appear self-righteous, but please don't judge them too harshly. They feel it's what Britta expects of them.
Are you ready to depart?
I am but a humble alkalite. You probably want the High Priestess.
Are you ready to depart?
Greetings.
We're traveling to the Shrine of Meridia. It's not far. I'll need to speak with you when we get there, away from open ears. I'll lead the way. Archpaladin Larison, I'm traveling. You're in charge.
Yes, High Priestess. Shall I provide you with an escort?
I'm sure the champion is all I need, Larison. The statue isn't too far, though I'm sure you know that.
I don't much like taking orders from an elf.
Well, here we are. Listen, I can't trust you, can I? Yes, I suppose it would. I need to hear you say it. Yes, I know, you're right. I don't know if any of the others have mentioned it, but Meridia hasn't spoken to us in some time. Months ago, we would hold regular communications with Our Lady. She would give us guidance and command us. But no longer. Years ago, when I first became devout to Meridia, she gave me the ability to see things before they happened. This ability has been essential to our survival and has guided me in leading Meridia's order. Without it, I feel lost. I'm hoping with her newly appointed champion here, Meridia will change her mind and speak to me like she used to. To summon Meridia, all you need is something from the corpse of an undead creature. Don't worry, I've already got that part covered. I'll attempt to commune with her. You just stay close. Meridia, Lady of Life and Infinite Energies, I stand here as your humble servant with your newly appointed champion. Please, at your shrine, speak to me and offer me guidance, great lady. We eagerly await your word and your order. We need your protection, your benevolence, your wisdom, to prevent the injustices in this world. Please, Lady Meridia. Please. Well, that was embarrassing. When you call on Meridia, she's not compelled to answer. If she doesn't want to answer me, then there is a reason. I think it's time I make it clear to the others that I've lost Meridia's guidance. I would appreciate it if you would accompany me on the way back. Wait, what was that noise? How ridiculous.
This is
Could
your
you just
last
these two
chance.
enemies? You've done this before.
I think you stand a chance.
Get up. No?
May you rest now.
What a disgrace! No, though, it's not uncommon for necromancers to attack followers of Meridia, but to attack this shrine? A sacred place of worship? What a foul deed. Do me a favor. Would you search the bodies for any evidence as to why they may have attacked? I don't wish to sully my hands with their filth. Let's take a look. It seems these necromancers are planning something big. Let me think about this. I think I might have a plan to find out what they're up to. Speak with me again at the sanctum. I'm too old for this.
What's up, Dragonborn? I can only answer your question if I know the answer. My parents well, let's say my adoptive parents, they didn't like we talking like other Argonians. Remember when I said I ran away from the orphanage in Riften? I found myself alone, hiding away in the Ratway. That's when a bunch of patrons were making their way to the Ragged Flagon found me. They asked me what had happened to my parents, and I didn't know the answer, so I just said nothing. That's when they took me back to the orphanage, but I refused to go back without a fight. But let's talk about my parents another time. Is there anything else you wanted to ask? Let's continue this journey.
Watch out!
We are all dead.
You fought well.
I know that Our Lady has many things on which to focus. But how can the others follow so blindly when Meridia hasn't spoken to us in months?
I am but a humble alkalite. You probably want the High Priestess. The High Priestess is an inspiration to me. I hope I can replicate her honor and virtue.
Forgive me for my indiscretion, champion.
What can I do for you? They're not something I take lightly. Sometimes the images are painful to see. I have visions of things that could be, always the most dire outcome. I have foresight into the future of my friends, family. Do you know how much it burns to see our loved ones die over and over again? I suppose it's a small price to pay to prevent potential eventualities. Meridia sends these images to me in my sleep, but now my dreams are empty. Yes, but they're usually not organized like this. They tend to be random attacks when we travel the streets. Members of the Order will defend themselves, but I will always spare lives when I can, and teach them the errors of their ways. Garen, for example. You should speak to Garen if you haven't already. His presence reminds me of why I live this life. I haven't quite worked out the entire plan yet. I'm working on a way to find out as much as we can about those necromancers. In fact, I might have an idea about what could help us in the fight against them. Years ago, we held a powerful artifact that helped us in our fight against necromancers and wielders of magic. The stuff is called Summoner's Demise, and has the ability to drain wizards' magicka, preventing them from casting incantations, but it was stolen. A wood elf named Pindar came to us seeking refuge from a group of conjurers, and we took him in. He repaid us by eating all of our food and stealing from us. Amongst the items he stole was Summoner's Demise. Find the stuff, champion. Well, the only person who knows its location now is Pindar, and I have no idea where he is. Try speaking to the others. They might know where he's ended up.
Asgard, my friend. Did you manage to locate the witch's lair?
Aye, that I did.
Any luck with the others?
They're already
You are
dead.
welcome here, so as long as you adhere... The fool that stole from us. No. If I ever see that witless idiot again, I'll send him to oblivion. I am Arch-Paladin to Meridia's Order. I serve Our Lady by spreading her light to the darkest corners of Skyrim. With my paladins, I purge this land of all those who would stand against Meridia and her splendor. Necromancers, vampires, any matter of evil. I would challenge you to find a purer and truer way to live your life than this.
Champion,
One day,
do you mind if I
you're
ask
going
you
to
something?
regret being so foolhardy.
Perhaps one day, but not today, my
Forgive
friend.
me, I forgot to introduce
Or
myself.
any day soon, I hope. This place
I'm
would be
Una,
dull without your story.
Acolyte of
And here
Meridia's
I
Order.
was thinking my
I
tales
just
were going
wanted to
unwanted.
know,
Just
why did
wait
you
until
do
I
it?
tell you the one about the orc
Help
monk from my
Meridia.
war days.
Over some ale later, my fellow paladin.
That's Meridia for you. It's her way or no way. So you didn't do it for any other reason? Just out of obligation? That's very noble of you. I can see why she chose you to be her champion. Though it leaves me to wonder why she did not ask one of us to purge her temple. I don't know if you've heard from the others, but Meridia has not spoken to us in some time now. It's concerning for us all. Anyway, I won't waste any more of your time. I appreciate you answering my question. I'll see you around.
Any luck with the others?
Don't mistake me. I have the utmost respect for Meridia. But sometimes I feel as though she has abandoned us. I have no idea who that is. Sorry.
Keep yourself safe.
One of my favorite duties is providing healing to the sick. I visit the Temple of Kynareth in Whiterun when I can. Champion, please don't tell me you're going after him. Whatever your reasons are for doing so, I hope they're good. He's a worm. Apologies, but I don't know where he is, and I wouldn't care to look for him either. Walk in Meridia's light.
What can I do for you? I'm not sure where you can find him, but I do know where you can find his mother, though we shouldn't expect a friendly reception. She lives in a shack close by to Solitude. Maybe she can point you in his direction. Now that I think about it, I'm going to come with you. If you're going after Findar, you could probably use some backup. He's a bit of a snake.